Hello, everyone out there. This is Lloyd Swartz with My Auction Addiction coming to you again today with another My Auction Addiction addictive informational video on YouTube. Today we're going to tackle a subject that is really important to the estate sale world, and that is the place that resellers enter the picture. All right, so as an estate seller, our job is to sell everything in a home within a very timely manner, typically just a couple of weeks. A reseller will many times come into an estate sale, in this case our online auctions, and try to pick up things that they may resell to make a profit on it, knowing that we're only going to get about 50% average of what everything's worth, and there will be opportunities to make money on a more longer term reselling platform. Depending on what you do, that could be something like eBay, that could be Craigslist, that could be your own flea market, going to have a thrift store, whatever it is, whatever avenue it is that you are using to make the money. So resellers play an important role within the estate sale world. About 15 to 30% of our items go straight to resellers. We would not be able to, no one would be able to liquidate estates and businesses and homes week after week without being able to have resellers out there that take a longer term approach to sell things. So that's kind of, so there's a role for the estate seller to market the items, get them out there, get as much money as possible and get them out in a short period of time, and the resellers to come in and buy some of those things and make their own profit by having 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, a year, whatever amount of time longer. So in theory, one could sell everything in an estate and get a lot more money if you had many months, many years to sell those items, but that's not practical. The overhead alone on holding on to a home would defeat all that value. And not only that, you, as let's say an executive of estate, can't go out and open up your own store, right? It would cost you more than the whole estate's worth to get the store up and running. So there is a very big role here. So the question today is, so you want to be a reseller? Question mark. So maybe you're out there and you're thinking about, man, maybe this would be a great way to make some extra money. And it can be. A lot of folks just do it part-time, a little extra fun money, a little extra vacation money, car money, whatever. That's certainly in one category. Another category is somebody says, I'm going all in. I'm going to rent a space for $2,000 a month, and I am going to try to make a living at it. And so it's very important to differentiate these two things. Now, it can be a good business. I mean, you have flexible hours, especially if you're doing it part-time. There's an abundance of items out there. You don't need a lot of education. Don't need a huge fund for startup costs. So there definitely are some advantages to the resale world. So, again, the idea is we put up one of our estate sale auctions, and you decide I want to become a reseller, and you're trying to find things you make money on. Generally speaking, we want to average about 50% of retail value, but being careful to realize we sell many things at full retail value. This means that at that point, there's no profit for you. You can't buy it retail and sell it retail. Market will only take it so far. So you have to be careful. So one of the key ingredients to being a successful reseller is to know the value. What's hot, what's not. What is your specific target market? Maybe it's eBay. Well, you're not going to be shipping furniture on eBay. Maybe it's antiques. Well, you probably don't want to sell CDs. So it's important to know what your market is or what your market is going to be so you know what to bid on. And you need to know your limits. And so that's really important to sell. And again, how are you going to sell? eBay, thrift store, etc. So let's talk about some tips for success and who's successful. Number one, those that are successful, those are the guys you see, bang, $50, $80, $100,000 here at Albuquerque Auction Addiction to buy things throughout a year and reselling them and taking home a decent income, 30, 40, 50,000. The way they're doing that is, number one, working hard. A lot of people think, oh, small business is so easy. You just get in there, the money just rolls in, you're the big man, you collect. Guys, everything that's going to be worth doing is going to take work. And small business is no different. We sell franchises. We have one open in Northern Colorado. If you work hard at it, you can make six-figure incomes, no problem. But if you don't work hard at it, you're not going to make any money. And it's going to be the same way for this type of business. Those guys you see on gals out there making a lot of money, you see them at every pickup, they're working their buns off. Again, they know their market, they know how much to spend. And while we're on that, they might spend $400 and sell something for $450. You're thinking, why? That's more than 50%. Because it's $50 on one item. How many $1 to $5 items do you have to sell at a 50% profit? Let's just say $3. If you doubled your money in every $3, you'd have to sell like 9 to 10 items just to make up for that one item. So you don't necessarily have to double or triple your money when it comes to bigger ticket items. So one of the successful tips is, and you may have a store where you need shelf filler and big items and medium-sized items, and you may need a variety of items, and I get that. But a lot of resellers make that mistake. I had one complain lately. Oh my gosh, I just saw where somebody made thousands of dollars recently on eBay. Did you bid on those items? Did you look them up and see what the profit margin was? The bottom line is, guys, we start our bidding at 30 to 50% of retail, depending on the item. Generally speaking, your estate sale, traditional estate sale, garage sale type, are going to start at somewhere between 50 and 80%, some at 100% or more. And then they're going to negotiate down day after day after day. Ours works, we start a little lower and we work our way up. We get to about the same position, except for on some higher end and nicer items where we tend to get a little more money. Okay, so you have to understand how to play the game, but you also can't be afraid to spend a little money to make a little money. If I double my money on $250, that's a hell of a lot better than doubling my money on $5. Takes a long ways to get an income that way. So that's something to consider. If you have a store, it means staffing it, being there on time. It means having things priced, rotating stock, not letting it go stale, not letting it collect dust, clean it. If it's not moving, get it out, get some fresh stock in. So there's a lot. It means marketing your business. So there's a lot to go into making for a very successful resale business. On eBay, get a good reputation. You get known for certain things. People log in specifically looking for those things. So there's ways to be successful as well there. So again, a lot of mistakes are made in this business. We see a lot of resellers kind of come and go. Short-sighted on bidding. Paying too much for items like sometimes. Not rotating their stock. Not putting the hours in required, not finding that niche of what works for them. So we do see a lot of mistakes made. And guys, I would encourage you, if you're thinking about getting into reselling, watch, observe a little bit, talk to some of those folks that you know resell that you periodically see showing up at our pickups. Some of them are very nice. They would be happy to talk to you about what they do and maybe give you at least, maybe not all the information, but at least some tricks and tips that will make you more successful in your endeavor down the road. Anyways, just a little bit here on the aspect of reselling, how it matters to the estate sale business. And, if you're considering getting in it, like any business, think it through carefully. And, make sure, you've got a business plan and something that's going to work. All right, guys, appreciate you listening to another Auction Addiction Addictive video. Please Follow us on our channel, like this video so that we can continue to produce these videos. And we will, of course, see you at the auction. If you're someone that is considering an estate sale and would like some help with an estate sale or moving or downsizing, so whatever, please give us a call as well. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.